Greetings and happy Friday. Today, I'm going to give you a quick overview of this week's post, you can say. And this week's post is inspired by Tom Kenyon's writings, which maybe were done in 2010, so it's been a while, but I think it's still very relevant today. He writes about the imaginary box. And the goal of what I'm doing here and what I'm sharing and what the community has been doing um, as we continue to support each other is to really challenge our core beliefs and contemplate how do we upgrade our core beliefs? How do we get past this notion that we are not connected to our divine selves when really we are always connected to our divine selves? And so this is a big part of what I'm doing because I feel like the most important thing in this lifetime is that connection with the higher self, with the higher mind, and to integrate our higher self and our lower self, so to speak. Lower not meaning bad or negative. Everything has its role and its place. Uh, So the integration is very important. I think we put too much weight on our physical mind in trying to figure things out and navigate our circumstances when really all we have to do is leave it up to our soul and our higher self as an expression of our soul and that divinity within us. So the real question then comes down to like, how do we do that? How do we shift our belief system? How do we grow? And it usually comes through new information and new experiences. And so we have to be able to allow ourselves to contemplate new information that doesn't quite reinforce our biases and our past beliefs, right? Um, and the way that we've probably done that in the past without even knowing is by using what Tom refers to as an imaginary box, right? And it really is giving yourself the grace, but also using your wisdom to say, hey, I'm not going to be quick to dismiss things. I'm going to use my heart, really, use my instinct, my gut. What does my gut tell me? As strange as this is, what does my gut tell me about this? And I think we have to understand that um, truth comes from all corners, all parts of existence of this world. But at the same time, we are constantly bombarded with information. And how do we discern and sieve through all that information, all that content, and draw meaning and be able to have some kind of growth from all of that content, you know? And it means that there's certain things that we might find outrageous or even off-putting that we may have to say, "Hey, I'm not ready for this," but it doesn't mean that it's not true. I am not comfortable with the source. I don't necessarily trust the source, or I don't know the source, but I'm not gonna fully dismiss it, because truth has no allegiance to one particular messenger. There are many messengers of truth, and so I encourage you to embrace the various messengers, give them a chance. If it doesn't sit well, as Tom says, throw it in the imaginary box, forget about it, um, keep it moving, take what you can from the message, live what you can from the message. And the thing about truth is, and it's a very beautiful thing, the more you live it, the more you receive it. And I encourage all of you, including myself, to continue to live the little slice of truth that we have. And let's continue to open up our hearts to each other, to truth, with patience, with grace, with love. So please read the article. Take some time to read it. Again, I don't repeat verbatim. I just kind of give an overview of what has been written, and I hope that you're able to kind of go through it and just digest it, and it brings some kind of meaning to you, and that you continue to spread and share these ideas. I think it's very important that we share and circulate this energy. That's how we grow as a collective. That's how we evolve as we head toward um, that divine consciousness, um, that divine awareness, that expansion of awareness is what I'm trying to say. And I do use the word divine, not lightly, but you know, it's a indicator or a pointer to love and kind of the expansion of love and what love is and how we are really love in action. And we need to stop holding ourselves back and let's let it pour out. Then we begin to do beautiful things and manifest beautiful things. So I'll end there. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you for so much for sharing once again. And I look forward to continuing this discussion. Peace and love.